Welcome back to English Edition. My name is Nicole King and it's a pleasure to be able to run through just some of the things our town hall's been up to over the past week in English so you get a good idea of what's going on. We'll also be welcoming some local international residents sharing what they're doing so we get a good view of everything that Marbella offers and we don't miss out on anything. Let's start catching up with some of the news. Starting off with the 84 public housing units being developed by the City Council in San Pedro now have designated beneficiaries. Both successful applicants and reserve candidates were selected through a public draw, overseen by a notary, held at the Pabellón Sergio Scariolo. Some of those chosen from the 3,008 applicants who met all the requirements were present at the venue.
El Pabellón Sergio Scariolo ha acogido el sorteo de las 84 viviendas de promoción pública que el Ayuntamiento está impulsando en el ensanche sur de San Pedro, Alcántara. Los afortunados podrán acceder a viviendas de 2 y 3 dormitorios en régimen especial, en régimen general y también algunas adaptadas a personas con discapacidad y otras destinadas a familias numerosas.
The Pabellón Sergio Scariolo hosted the draw for the 84 public housing units being promoted by the City Council in the southern expansion area of San Pedro, Alcántara. The successful applicants will be able to purchase 2- and 3-bedroom homes under both special and general protection schemes. Some of the properties are adapted for people with disabilities, while others are reserved for large families. Some of the beneficiaries were present at the draw, which was conducted with full legal guarantees, expressing their surprise and joy at the opportunity to purchase their own home.
Estoy de alquiler y soy autónoma y tengo una niña, estoy separada y la verdad que muy contenta.
Me vine hace 8 años aquí a trabajar, estoy enfermera. Y es como, Dios mío, los alquileres cada vez peor, no puedo comprarme nada, no hay nada y esto pues ya es una estabilidad.
Nosotros llevamos ya un tiempo viviendo de alquiler y mirando vivienda y demás, pero la cosa está imposible, ni para entrada ni para nada. Entonces esto es una suerte, la verdad. Estoy muy nerviosa.
A total of 3,008 applicants met all the requirements to become either beneficiaries or reserve candidates for these homes. Hundreds attended the draw, which was held with full transparency and broadcast live on Televisión Marbella.
Absolutamente transparente. Deciros que hay algo más de 3.000 familias, de 3.000 personas que están inscritas, que cumplen todos los requisitos, concretamente 3.008, que el objetivo que tenemos no es solamente el poder adjudicar estas 84 viviendas, sino que a lo largo del 26 serán muchas más las que se irán sorteando.
All the homes include a parking space and storage room within a residential complex featuring a swimming pool, children's play area and green spaces. Prices range from €149,000 to €262,000, from which a €10,000 subsidy from the City Council and a further €5,000 from the developer must be deducted. The aim is for the development to be completed before the summer of 2027.
Sobre el 20% de ejecución, por lo tanto ya está en una fase que más o menos ya va salido ya de sótano y bueno, estamos ya en una fase que empezará a lucir en días, ¿vale? Hacia arriba y ya la tenemos pues bastante encaminada.
The City Council has set itself the goal of completing 1,000 public housing units by the end of the current term. At present, around 500 homes are already under development at different stages. Accessibility, upgraded air conditioning, a fire protection system and the creation of a new shaded area are just some of the improvements planned at Nuestra Señora del Carmen school. These works are part of a project the City Council has recently put out to tender. The submission period for bids are now closed and the works, which will take place in the afternoons and during non-school periods, are expected to begin this spring. 5 companies have submitted bids in the public tender launched by the City Council to carry out improvement works at Nuestra Señora del Carmen school. The project, with a total investment of €250,000, will include upgrades to the electrical system, fire protection, accessibility through a stair lift, creation of new shaded areas and air conditioning improvements.
Estamos hablando de algunas puertas que quedaban todavía en el tema de hierro, ventanas, también el tema de accesibilidad, que para nosotros es muy importante. Es un colegio que al final tiene una ubicación justo al lado del castillo, con las dimensiones que tiene, o sea, tiene las dificultades que tiene. Se hace también todo el cambio energético, que para nosotros el tema de electricidad también era muy importante, y se suma a todas las mejoras que ya se han ido haciendo.
The project will cover a total built area of 1,225 square metres and will be carried out in both the early childhood and primary school areas, preferably in the afternoons and during non-school periods to minimise the impact on classroom activities.
En cuanto tengan la posibilidad, lo irán haciendo por fase, porque empezarán probablemente, si ya está adjudicado en Semana Blanca, harán una parte, Semana Santa, y irán haciendo esa obra sin interferir con lo que es el día a día del propio colegio.
This major project adds to smaller scale improvement and maintenance works that have been carried out in other schools, with continued investment every year. In the past 3 months alone, more than €1.3 million have been allocated to these type of interventions. This investment effort will continue in 2026 with a budget of €1,350,000. The City Council has stepped up sustainable development in the Valle del Sol area of San Pedro Alcántara. The green light has been given for a project to expand the potable water supply network. Valle del Sol covers around 1 million square metres. For decades it was rural land, but in recent years it has seen significant population growth. In the coming weeks, the first phase of the potable water infrastructure and ancillary network expansion project approved by the City Council for Valle del Sol will begin. This work will provide water supply and sanitation networks to an area of approximately 1 million square metres, which the upcoming Municipal General Planning Plan, PGOM, designates as urban land.
Una zona poblada, una zona de desarrollo en San Pedro, que como saben se ha ido desarrollando, siendo una zona rústica y sin tener las infraestructuras necesarias para poder tener un mayor desarrollo y por lo tanto dotar de mayor valor a ese suelo y mayor posibilidad de edificabilidad a ese área de San Pedro. Estamos hablando de 1 millón de metros.
Close to €2 million will be invested in this first phase, which is expected to last around 8 months. The work, funded through Hydralia's Hydraulic Infrastructure Improvement Fee, will be carried out in 2 sections.
En esta primera fase, como les decía, se van a ejecutar 2 tramos. Uno, el Camino de la Granadilla, que abarca aproximadamente unos 485 metros de longitud, y otro, el Camino Valle del Sol, que serán unos 520 metros de longitud. Estamos hablando de 1 kilómetro en cuanto a todo lo que es la renovación integral de los servicios del ciclo del agua.
The project will address the water supply through the creation of a main distribution network and sanitation, where independent collectors will be installed for rainwater and wastewater. The San Pedro Mayor's office will continue holding meetings with residents to share details of the plan. For the next 8 months, the city centre will have a somewhat unusual sight. The City Hall building will be closed. The building is undergoing a full renovation, but of course municipal services will continue to be provided. For example, the Citizen Services Office will operate from the Vivero de Empresas Annex. The remodelling of City Hall, expected to last around 8 months with an investment of €3.8 million, co-financed with European funds, has required the redistribution of municipal services and departments across different facilities. The City Council has reclaimed the upper floors of the urban planning building, housing the economic department, the Mayor's office, the Secretariat, the Communications Office and the General Plan Office, which has ceded its previous space on Jacinto Benavente Street to the Personnel Department. Plenary sessions will be held at the Trapiche de Guadaiza in San Pedro and informational commissions at the Palacio de Congresos. The Citizen Services offices will also be relocated during this period.
La Oficina de Atención al Ciudadano se ha pretendido que no supusiera un mayor desplazamiento. Es verdad que hemos reforzado cada uno de los distritos para que tengan una mayor presencia en los distritos y por lo tanto no tengan que ir a la oficina existente en la Plaza de los Naranjos, pero que para aquellos que estén acostumbrados que la Plaza de los Naranjos sea su punto de encuentro, que sepan que la Oficina de Atención al Ciudadano se traslada al vivero de empresas.
The works in the Plaza de los Naranjos building aim to renovate, modernise and make these facilities more accessible and sustainable. To achieve this, double glazing, LED lighting, photovoltaic panels, efficient ventilation and heat recovery systems will be installed. The spaces will be more open and bright, equipped with motion detectors and presence sensors, all while respecting the building's historical elements of interest. This is one of the city's most long-awaited projects, the first public senior residence in Marbella. It now has a practically fixed schedule, pointing to an opening by the end of this year. The mayor and the regional minister visited the site this week to inspect the works. Construction of the Trapiche del Prado public senior residence is scheduled to be completed by June, and the facility will be fully equipped and ready to begin operations by the end of the year. This was confirmed by the mayor during her visit with the regional minister for social inclusion and families.
Una construcción de casi 6.000 metros cuadrados, aparte de toda la zona de jardines que se habilita de manera inmediata. Estamos hablando que en esta primera fase, una vez que se finalice, van a ser 78 las plazas de la residencia, pero también les adelanto que una vez que tengamos recesionadas todas las obras y parte de las zonas que están comunes en la zona de residencia y que puedan pasar al trapiche, podremos disponer de casi 100 plazas.
Seniors will also have access to the reading room and the cultural and leisure facilities of the Trapiche del Prado. The rehabilitation of this historic building is already complete, and in the coming months it will be fully equipped. Both facilities occupy a 12,000 square metre plot donated to the City Council by the family of Mateo Alvarez. The Council has advanced those projects with a total investment of nearly €9 million, with technical and financial support from the Andalusian regional government.
Es un trabajo en conjunto de las distintas administraciones, una aportación que hace la Junta de Andalucía de 2,8 millones de euros a estas infraestructuras y que se enmarca dentro de esa apuesta sin precedentes que pusimos en marcha de 134 millones de euros y que está permitiendo que se desarrollen proyectos sobre construcción o reforma, tanto de residencias como de centros de día, tanto para mayores como para discapacidad, desde Huelva hasta Almería.
While the construction is finalised, the City Council is simultaneously acquiring the necessary equipment with an investment of €1 million and preparing the contract to hire the company that will manage the residence.
Vamos a ver también con la propia consejería la posibilidad de concertar un número de plazas que permita que pueda también asumirse el coste por parte de la propia consejería, el coste de la gestión. Evidentemente en nuestro pliego en el que ya estamos trabajando queremos que una parte sea municipal y que por lo tanto podamos destinarlo a personas mayores de Marbella que no tengan recursos y que por lo tanto también el ayuntamiento pueda hacerse cargo de esa partida presupuestaria.
During the second half of the year, not only will the residence be equipped, but the surrounding area will also be enhanced. By the end of the year, it will be ready to operate, opening alongside the Trapiche del Prado, a 17th century building converted into an interpretation centre. Marbella continues to be at the forefront of the tourism sector in Andalusia. That is why discussions here focus on the health of the industry. A case in point, the recent event held at the former Andalusia Lab building, attended by the Regional Minister for Tourism, where the industry took stock and showcased its strength, with a total economic impact of €30 billion across Andalusia.
Andalucía lidera turismo digital y sostenible. Es el encuentro que nuestro municipio ha acogido este miércoles, un encuentro organizado por Málaga Hoy con la colaboración de Telefónica y la participación del consejero de Turismo de la Junta de Andalucía, Arturo Bernal.
The event aimed to analyse the impact of digitalisation and sustainability policies on the regional tourism industry. In 2025, the sector generated an economic impact of €30 billion and created over 500,000 jobs during the summer season in Andalucía.
Estamos siendo capaces de generar una industria los 365 días del año. Recuerdo hace algunos años donde el caballo de batalla principal que había en la industria turística era precisamente la estacionalidad. Se generaban muchos recursos, mucho empleo en unos determinados momentos del año y después había un páramo económico en relación con la actividad, ¿no? Ahora ya podemos decir que prácticamente la estacionalidad ha sido superada.
Professional speakers from the sector, institutional representatives, tech companies, entrepreneurs and experts gathered to share experiences and innovation visions.
Marbella es una ciudad profundamente ligada al turismo, no descubro nada, somos un referente internacional por nuestra oferta, nuestra hospitalidad y nuestro entorno privilegiado. Pero somos también conscientes de que el liderazgo turístico de hoy exige adaptación, exige innovación y exige también sostenibilidad.
The specialists agreed that digital transformation provides smart tools, including sustainable mobility solutions, improvements in energy efficiency and personalised services, all essential features for 21st century tourism. Marbella has received a new recognition for its environmental commitment as a city. The City Council has been awarded the Q 2026 distinction, an achievement made even more significant by the fact that only 3 recipients were recognised nationwide. Marbella now leads the list of cities with the highest number of Q quality and S sustainability certifications for its beaches, among other awards. The City Council is one of only 3 recipients of the Q 2026 award, granted by the Spanish Institute for Tourism Quality and Sustainability, alongside the public hostels network of the Camino de Santiago and the Garaje Beat Club Concert Hall in Murcia. According to the organisation, Marbella has established itself as a national benchmark, becoming the municipality with the highest number of public certifications holding the Q for quality and the S for sustainability, awarded to its beaches and the Sierra Blanca Trail network. In addition, Marbella also holds the Smart Tourist Destination seal, likewise certified with the Q for quality.
Marbella, hay que recordar que de manera mantenida ha sido la ciudad española con mayor número de banderas Q de calidad, porque es verdad que apostamos en todos los servicios que damos por ese aspecto sostenible y porque Marbella sea considerada como una de las ciudades que ofrece un servicio de calidad, ¿no? Y que eso lo haga un organismo público que nos certifique y nos premie, es todo un orgullo. La verdad es que desde aquí hay que decir que no es solamente un premio a la ciudad, al ayuntamiento, es un premio a la ciudad.
The mayor underlined that this recognition is the result of a long-term strategy that prioritises excellence, innovation and respect for the environment as fundamental pillars of the city's tourism offering. An award that encourages the City Council to continue working along the same lines in close cooperation with the private sector.
Sobre todo a delegaciones como es la delegación de playa, la delegación de medio ambiente, la delegación de obras, bueno, pues darle a ellos directamente la enhorabuena porque han sido parte fundamental, al área turística que también ha tenido un papel en todo lo que ha sido la presentación de toda la documentación que nos han pedido, y como decía, la iniciativa privada, que al final esa es la gran fortaleza que tiene una ciudad como Marbella.
The Q 2026 awards ceremony will take place on the 22nd in Madrid as part of the International Tourism Fair Fitur in Madrid. Around 30 sports clubs from a wide range of disciplines have received financial support from the City Council in the form of grants. This funding will allow them to continue developing and promoting their respective sports. The City Council has highlighted the integrative role that sport plays in society. Sport as a defining feature of the city is one of the key goals of the local government. This is why the City Council is committed to grassroots sports, viewing it as an ideal way to promote healthy habits and essential values, while also contributing to social cohesion and inclusion. In short, sport is considered a fundamental pillar in building the city model, championed by the local administration. The commitment has led to the creation of a new grants programme, which has provided financial support to around 30 sports clubs.
El deporte, y todos compartimos, es una escuela de vida. Al final es convivencia, es respeto, es esfuerzo, es trabajo en equipo y creo que hay que fomentarlo. Es un referente muy positivo y, por lo tanto, gracias a hacer de Marbella una ciudad activa, saludable y con proyección en lo que todos estamos queriendo.
The sports organisations received official notification of the grants at El Hospitalillo and will use the funds to support their day-to-day operations. Marbella has a strong base of federated athletes across many disciplines.
Espero que estas subvenciones sirvan para seguir creciendo el deporte de la ciudad, para seguir llevando el nombre de Marbella a cada podium y, por supuesto, para que Marbella siga siendo un referente a nivel deportivo.
This competitive grant scheme will see its budget increase this year to €270,000. In addition, it is complemented by other initiatives that reflect the City Council's strong commitment to sport, with an investment plan for this year that the Mayor has described as historic.
Parte de ese incremento en estas subvenciones de concurrencia competitiva, que se incrementa pues más de un 20%, queremos decir que en mantenimiento se sube de 900, ya os digo, a 1.300.000, pero sobre todo en la inversión va a ser histórica porque vamos a llegar a los 30 millones de euros. Y son muchas las actuaciones que vamos a sacar y muchas las demandas que vosotros nos habéis trasladado.
Major projects include the athletic stadium and football pitch in Nueva Andalucía, the new sports area at the Africa Youth Hostel, and the renovation of the rhythmic gymnastics facilities, amongst others. Next week, the International Tourism Fair held in Madrid will also be one of the main highlights in cities such as Marbella. The Mayor has presented part of the offer the municipality will showcase at its stand, as well as part of the intense work agenda, which includes more than 70 meetings. Between the 21st and the 25th of January, Marbella will be taking part in Fitur, the most important tourism fair in Spain. The municipal delegation from the tourism department has prepared a programme focused on promoting the destination to the domestic market, starting on 20th of January with a presentation once again held at the Museo Reina Sofia. Ángeles Muñoz reviewed the importance of Marbella as a tourist destination in Spain, citing the tourism figures for 2025, a year which, according to the Mayor, broke records at every level. There were 700,000 visitors, 75% of them from abroad, alongside a strong and loyal domestic tourist market. Overnight stays up to November exceeded 2.5 million in the town's hotels.
Poder romper con estacionalidad, el mantener el equilibrio, apostar por la sostenibilidad y por la calidad supone que nos vayamos a un mercado, a unos mercados que probablemente no tengamos un número importantísimo en cuanto a visitantes, pero sí en cuanto a la rentabilidad de esos visitantes.
The Mayor highlighted the extensive planning behind the promotion of a city like ours, which ranks first in Spain for hotel profitability.
El impacto económico del turismo alojado en nuestra magnífica planta hotelera ha sido de 594 millones de euros frente a los 550 millones de euros del ejercicio anterior.
Marbella's stand, covering 150 square metres, will once again be located at the entrance to Hall 5 at Ifema. A frenetic level of activity is expected, with more than 70 meetings scheduled with tour operators and industry specialists, along with several presentations outlining what lies ahead in 2026, with particular emphasis on the more than 130 sporting events planned. The Town Hall is improving street lighting in the southern area of San Pedro Alcántara. Specifically, it is installing more than 20 new light fittings along several avenues. This is a significant quality improvement that also allows for energy savings. These changes will later be extended to the Nueva Alcántara area. The avenues of Barcelona, Santiago de Compostela and Familia Vargas in the southern part of San Pedro will have a total of 23 new streetlights in place by early February. With an investment of €48,000, the Town Hall is carrying out an energy efficiency project in response to requests from local residents. The area previously had outdated lighting technology with low performance and high energy consumption, which is now being replaced by a much more modern, efficient and uniform system.
Anteriormente nos encontramos con báculos, en este caso de 11 metros de altura, son farolas dobles y se ha sustituido por 23 luminarias de 11 metros de altura, otras 23 luminarias también de 4 metros de altura, las de 11 metros darán iluminación, lo que serán los aparcamientos y el tránsito de vehículos, y las de 4 metros pues darán iluminación, alumbrarán lo que son las aceras y fundamentalmente el tránsito de peatones.
The project also includes new cabling to install an additional streetlight on Avenida Barcelona. As the Deputy Mayor has highlighted, the initiative represents a significant quantitative and qualitative improvement, providing greater safety and a better quality of life for residents.
Las principales mejoras es el hecho de sustituir esta tecnología obsoleta de vapor de sodio por una nueva tecnología de luminarias LED. Estamos hablando que las de 4 metros, estas luminarias tendrán una potencia de 80 vatios, mientras que las de 11 metros, al estar más longitud, más altura, tendrán 111 metros de potencia en cuanto a vatios, y fundamentalmente esto va a conseguirse un resultado de mejorar lo que es la eficiencia energética, reducir el consumo energético también y a su vez también conseguir una uniformidad.
The intention of the Deputy Mayor's office is to continue this upgrade throughout the Nueva Alcántara area and in other parts of San Pedro. The next works will be carried out on Calle San Javier. In my experience, Línea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica. Zero Hero, welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
The first of our guests this afternoon is from CIT Marbella, a business networking association, and I've had the pleasure of interviewing different members of the association for years. And today we're welcoming back Pancho Campo. How lovely to see you again, Pancho.
Good to see you. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time since I've seen you, and you've done so many exciting things. I don't know where to begin, but for those that perhaps surprisingly haven't met you before, tell us a little bit about you, because you've come today representing the American College in Spain.
Absolutely.
But you are also a man of many daring talents.
I'm basically an entrepreneur.
And a father.
And a father.
And a husband. And like, there are so many caps that you wear, and all so beautifully.
Thank you. As I said, I'm an entrepreneur, basically. I have been organizing events for the last 35 years after I retired from professional tennis. And now at my age, 64, I spend a lot of time helping my wife with the American College in Spain. We've just developed a new branch called the American College in Spain Business School.
Nice.
And you know my other areas of expertise, which is skydiving from 25,000 feet, scuba diving under the ice in Greenland. There's a lot of talk going on about Greenland. Basically, I like to get myself into adventures, which I then use the footage and the information to conduct speeches for kids at schools, universities, on how to confront fear, how to control your emotions, your nerves, and how to perform under pressure.
You've been reinventing yourself, as you say, initially professional tennis, meeting with a lot of the people that we got to see. I imagine you got hurt. There must have been a reason why you pulled away. What was the reason for changing from tennis? Because then organising events, a lot to do with saving the planet. You've done things with Al Gore. I mean, you always reach for very big goals.
My career and what pays the bills has always been event management. That's what I've done after I retired from tennis. I didn't make it really big in tennis because I couldn't control my emotions, couldn't control my nerves, so I became a coach.
Okay.
And when I retired from coaching tennis at the Olympic Games, Davis Cup, the ATP, I created my own events management company, and that's what I've been doing for the last 35 years. And one of the aspects of my company is to organize conference events and expeditions to study what are we doing to the environment, how climate change is affecting us, and that is what has taken me to Greenland, the Arctic, Africa, the Caribbean, etc. And then I have a charity aspect. I have a foundation where we believe that the future of our society relies in two very basic areas. Number one, that we have a planet in conditions, it's home. And second, the people that inhabit that planet have to be also in sound health, especially mental health. And nowadays, ADHD, attention deficit disorder, anxiety, fear, and the extreme bullying are a big problem, which we are very, we have zero tolerance at the American College against bullying, and we care a lot about the mental health of our students. We constantly bring speakers, psychologists to try to help them to, manage your nerves. Our society is very demanding, very stressing. And those are the courses that we're doing now. Now we're bringing them to the general public of Marbella.
It's lovely that you are sharing the experience that you have, and also with that very hands-on with the American College in Spain, but also with your own kids. When we first started chatting on air, they were but babies, really, in school, starting out, and now they're both in the States.
They're both in the United States.
That's a big change for you and Melissa.
We're suffering the empty nest syndrome. We're both on our own with our little dogs. They're here now, but they're leaving tomorrow. They're going back to, my daughter goes to Miami and Christian goes to West Palm Beach. We're very proud of them because they're healthy, they're into sports, they have good careers. Andrea studied hospitality and tourism, but now she's finished psychology and she's doing her master's, working for Marriott Hotels. And my son has decided to become a nuclear engineer.
Well, there you go. You don't hear that every day.
You don't hear that every day, which makes me very proud.
I can imagine. Tell us a little bit about the new courses that you're doing at the American College in Spain, and what would be interest of our viewers.
We have fantastic facilities at the American College in Spain, in Banús, but they're not used every day after 4 o'clock or during the weekends. So we decided that also as a contribution to our society, we want to bring short courses courses that maybe last one afternoon or maybe 3-4 different afternoons on different areas. For example, we're going to have a course on artificial intelligence. We're going to have another one about emotions and how to control stress. But the first two that we're launching in February and March, one is about the importance of breathing. You know, a lot of people don't think about the importance that breathing has. We can be 3-4 weeks without eating. We can be 3 or 4 days without drinking, but we cannot live longer than without 4 minutes without air, 3-4 minutes. But nobody realizes that conscious breathing not only will help you survive, but it will also help you fight anxiety, confront fear, energize yourself. A lot of sports people are using, they call breathworks, different breathing exercises. Marines, Delta Force, the guys
if you think back in the day when you were playing tennis, people didn't take these things into consideration. And yet now I think in sports, this is fundamental, that the people who succeed is because they manage to control their emotions, to regulate themselves, not go into panic mode. So it really is, as we've seen over the years, more and more important in every aspect.
You know, I have used breathing techniques when I went scuba diving under the ice, when I jumped from 25,000 feet. Imagine, you know, the fear, the nerve, the anxiety, lot of emotion going through your brain, and you got to control that, because if you don't control those nerves, you can make mistakes, and mistakes in skydiving can have a very high price. So I've learned different breathing techniques, especially from a friend who was a Navy SEAL. And if you look at the top athletes, Alcaraz, Sinner, all the top sports people, they all travel with a psychologist or a coach. And a lot of the techniques that they use to confront fear or to overcome periods of anxiety on the court, 4-4, fifth set, final of Wimbledon, is by using conscious breathing techniques. And that's what we're going to teach people in Marbella. It's one afternoon where we're going to explain you the importance of breathing, but we're going to make you practice 4 or 5 different techniques that will help you relax, will help you break periods of anxiety and stress, will help you confront fear, and also will help you when you have problems sleeping at night. It's a technique that we learned from the Navy SEALs that helps you induce your sleep in a nice and comfortable manner.
Wonderful. So that's going to be happening at the college?
That's at the college. The information is in the website of the college, americancollegespain.com or panchocampo.com. And that starts that's on February the 18th in the afternoon. It will be in English on the 18th, Spanish on the 19th. It lasts 3 hours. And it's really fun and it's very interactive. You're going to be practicing lots of the exercises that we practice when we jump out of planes, when we are under extreme anxiety. Exercises that I use, for example, with the lead singer of the Gypsy Kings. You know, he was having problems going on stage fear. And by teaching him different relaxation techniques based on breathing, he managed to overcome that. That's the first course.
Okay, and then I see you have another little poster with you.
I have another one, which is Introduction to the World of Wine.
I was going to mention before that you were a wine connoisseur, and it's a long time since I've heard your name mentioned with wine. And mira por dónde. Mira por
dónde. I had to stay away for a while from wine because when you're jumping out of planes, alcohol is a big no. But you know, I was the first Spanish master of wine, although I'm retired now. But I thought that you know, we had so much success in the past doing wine tasting for people in Marbella. They really enjoy it because we do it in a very no-nonsense aspect. You know, none of this snob attitude that a lot of people have. We make it simple. We make it easy. Especially, we help you understand when you go to the restaurant, when you go to the supermarket. There's so many brands, grapes, regions, styles that it gets confusing. So what we teach you is the basic of wine tasting. Grape varieties, regions. So when you want to enjoy a bottle of wine at home or when you go to the restaurant, by knowing a little bit about wine, you will enjoy much, much more. And that's a course that is going to last 4 days. It's conducted over 2 weeks. And that starts on the 20th of February.
Fabulous. So we can go and check this out from panchocampo.com.
Panchocampo.com or americancollege.com. And you can register. We have very limited places. You know, we take maximum 20 students. If we get more, we'll schedule another date. But initially, small groups, very personalized, lots of fun. and very interactive.
Very much like the American college in Spain.
It's the American mentality.
You just summed it all up perfectly. Pancho, lovely to see you again.
Good to see you again.
And I look forward to the update on these different events.
Thank you.
Pancho Campo. In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details. What a pleasure to welcome Tarrifa to the studio. I've watched this lady in events. She exudes the most amazing, calming, but powerful energy. And I'm delighted that for the first time, she's come to the studio. Thank you so much, Tarrifa.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you for inviting.
My pleasure. I'm so delighted.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
When I've coincided with you at events that you've hosted, and I was delighted that Derek Langley, mutual friend, got me to come with him to your event, and the energy, the vibration, and yet you're so peaceful and calm, but you're a powerhouse. How does that work?
Well, I think it's a it's a long time work. It's not from 1 day or 2 days, because I think it's from my small age.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Sri Lanka.
And how did you end up in Marbella?
Oh, it's a long story.
Tell us a summarized version.
Okay, the story was behind everything was I born in a beautiful Buddhist family, and also I grown up in the Ayurvedic family, I can say. So that from the small age that I wanted to travel, and I wanted to know the world, and I wanted to know the truth of our life. So from small age that I was curious about everything. I just wanted to know everything. Why we are here, what we really can do, and all these things, questioning my mother. And so from small age I went to the temple to study. About 3-4 years I was living in the temple with the meditation, with the monks and the masters. So I learned a lot. And after that, after the training, I went to Japan to study.
Wow.
It was a long story, so I just wanted to give it short. And but I have so much experience about Buddhism and Hinduism, because I learned that, and about my beautiful, what I do, my Ayurvedic lifestyle.
Ayurveda, you said you grew up with this, but for many of us, it's new, and some of us are still to understand what it is about. Can you explain what Ayurveda is?
What I can say, the Ayurveda, when we're going to talk about that, it's so much to talk. It's a world, it's a science, it's a life. I think it's the most important that people have to know. It's a lifestyle.
And is it like balancing, I suppose, like the wheel of life, balancing well-being with eating well and sleeping and having fun?
It's all about. Ayurveda is not only one thing. It's teach you to how to balance yourself with the natural way. It can be treatments. It can be with the food system. It can be with the talks. It can be with the meditation. Also, it can be with the music and dance and the power, what you're talking about. That power comes from within, it's not from outside.
Obviously, this is something you were born with, that you've led you to keep on learning, studying the different ways. How can you share that with people? How do you get that across? Because you have so much information,
yes,
power. How do you share that with people?
I think there's so many ways that first thing I share with my heart, with love and kindness. And I will bring anybody with any person who wanted to be in a relaxed way. And it doesn't matter, it's a child or middle age, or it's a man or woman. For me, there's no age or there's no name for me. Whoever comes to me, for me, it's a beautiful soul of energy and divine energy. It's a divinity. That's what I say. I only wanted to give them the best what they wanted to get. And that they be happy and they will be free and they will know something about the life, a meaning. What is the real meaning of our life? And what I can do with all these things, what I have. We have created a amazing, beautiful, small place. And that small environment, we could give teaching for the people, different kind. Actually, I'm a little bit crazy. I love crazy to be.
That's good. Crazy is good.
Crazy is good.
Crazy is good.
So
your kind of crazy is good.
But good crazy.
Good crazy.
Good crazy.
Good crazy.
It's beautiful to be open. I'm open with anything. If you come to me and tell Tarrifa, okay, I have this kind of problem, can I talk to you? Of course you can. And I have a time for you, always. And then I will see exactly the problem or the things what you need.
Now that's interesting, because a lot of people don't have someone to talk to. And when we hold on to information and thoughts without sharing them, they can actually make us physically ill. So I'm interested that you're saying, come and talk so you can then see how you can guide to healing.
Exactly. Because sometimes the people come with so many problems. Everybody have problems. Nobody have in this world without a problem. The life is the river. So if it's the river, it's only just flowing, it's also boring. Is that right?
Yes.
So I think the river is nice when you have gaps there, that you can jump out and go there and feel something nice, you know. And so I'm always there, like a light. And whoever comes to me, that they have thrown from the river, that I will take it with both of my hand and to give them the healing. But it's not the healing only, just healing. When we talk about healing, people think about, oh, you will do the magic. No, no, no. I have a way how to treat the people. Can be in the heart, it can be the emotional, it can be the addiction, it can be the pain, it can be that you have a pain for years that you can't remove. From the small age, the things that you can't go away. So there's a point that in my hand, I think I got a gift from that. It's a beauty that I wanted to touch, somebody that I love. And it's called Marma. It's come from more than 5,000 years of history. And I got that as a gift. So when I touch you, I know exactly where the problems are. So with the touch and our healing oils.
Yeah, what are these, I want to say potions and lotions, or your magic potions?
Yes, actually it's magic. We do it in our country. And I bring all the oils. We have different oils. I think I have more than 20 different kind of oil. And we make ourselves. And actually, we have a people who is working only to make these healing oils for us. So I work with that. So if we say, okay, you come next week to me, you don't have to tell anything. Maybe I will ask, I look at your pulse and I can see your heartbeat. Then I know, I breathe. I know exactly with one breathing how you feel what you need. Don't think that I'm a magician or anything. No, I'm not. It's only because of the meditation, I think. It's a long time meditation, of years of meditation in the temples. I was in India with my Guruji, Amma, that's Mata Amritanandamai. Thanks to her, I learned more. I have two big gurus, that is Buddha, Lord Buddha and Amma. And also that's my mother, who lives now as a Buddhist monk, 35 years.
Wow.
She's a Buddhist monk, so I grown up with her in the temples. Always saw the people's beauty and kindness and compassion. So that's what I think, with that we can heal people more.
you're so in tune, because everything is energy. We hear that continuously. More and more people talk about protecting our energy. And when I am close to you, I mean, it's tangible. You can actually feel it. In fact, you're too calming. I mean, I could just go to have a little lie down now. It's such a peaceful, calming energy. So you have your wellness centre.
Yes, in Ben Havis.
Do you do personalised courses? Could people come to appointments? Do you do retreats? What's the setup of how people could come to see you?
Okay, actually our place is that we made it for people can any ages. There's no age. People can come one-to-one. I have people who's coming from far away. Actually, we are very busy all the time. You know that. So people are coming from everywhere. So sometimes people come for a week programs, like they stay a week with me. But actually, we can't give so much space in our place, so I have places that I arrange for them. They come for the treatments and stay with me all day long. And I have a team and a group who work with me together and different forms. So I have a different, I can say different kind of treatments and the programs for each person. Also I make gatherings, like now we have on the 30th, one gathering, nice to sing. People, it's free, for anybody can come, but of course the people have to say they are coming, and the donation will go to the temple. We put that donation to the temple because I wanted to help. And also we're going to have a group to pray for the world peace. Because of the Iran, I have a lot of people from Iran and they are in trouble. So I really wanted to make a group that we can pray together and that to help the people to have the peace inside their heart. So this is what we are going to do on the 30th. And then there's an upcoming event is coming on the 28th, that is a challenge. The wellness challenge for the beauties.
Okay. tell me more.
Oh yeah. So we will have a sports, and people will have really. They will come. They will have me. I will give all my energy to them. And I made this because I wanted to do something new to the people, and I really wanted to wake up the people. The people are sleeping, and that's not. Sleeping means you just go for the sound healing, or you go for a yoga and come home, or just sleeping. I wanted to wake you up, that you can feel your power. So I thought of doing this challenge, and it is 28 days. They will have a sports program with a professional person like Mimi. She's our personal trainer. And then we will have a special breathing system to go inside to you, release the pain first. And I have a medicine side also, that is the Ayurvedic medicine side. So I give them exactly each person according to their body, according to their mind, according to their will, and I will program their program. So 28 days, they will lose the weight, they will have a detoxing program, they will have a cleansing, and wanted to make them new. So that is the 20.
And will that be online, or that people going to
no,
you every
No,
day?
they can come. They're going to
fabulous.
be. This is personal, and they will be running. They will be singing. They will be dance. They
I
will
want
be,
to. You're kidding. I want to do that. I want to do that.
With my
Sounds
pleasure.
So much fun.
And I wanted. The thing is, I think most important that people have to know is we are not here to suffer. Not to be alone and cry because I don't have anybody. That's what our beautiful women always wanted. And another thing is, so many times they are going something, actually, they don't know how to create their self. There's a power in us. There's a creation. We are the creators, but I believe you can create anything. You can get
having,
anything.
as you say, it's the power, the belief that you have the power, and I see that that's where you are very helpful, because you find where that weakness is and then you help them to turn that into a strength.
Yes, and I know exactly where the weak points are, and these weak points I work with, and I release that weak points, and that they can wake up with their energy and they can connect with anything, whatever. Don't think that I'm a magician or anything, please not, I'm not. It's only yourself. but I will bring you to yourself, wherever you are, because we are not here, we are outside most of the time. So what my idea is to bring you back to yourself, bring you back to your home, and to make your heart feel happy and create whatever you wanted. And you can do that. You can have anything what you want in this world. I believe in it, 100%, not 100%, 1,000 times. That's why this energy is so much.
Well, it's because pure belief.
I believe 100%, Nicole. There's no doubt. I have creation. You can't even believe. I will talk with my stories. I have so many stories, and I have helped so many people. You can ask any client, and they said, "Oh my God, I'm flying." No, you're not flying but you don't know what to do. If you really know, if you really come to that line, you will be mass what you can do.
Yeah.
It's the inside our power that what I can open up. It's not me. It's the touch, it's the love, it's the care and the compassion. So I really, really love to give the message to everybody. If they are healers, if they are doing things, if they are connected, believe in yourself. There's nothing more than believe in yourself. And that you can get whatever you wanted in this life. That is what I really wanted to give as a message.
Well, it's a beautiful message. And if you want healing, help in finding your path, help and guidance, do contact the lovely Tarrifa. She's got a beautiful wellness centre. You can speak to her, you can chat with her, you can get treatments, you could do courses. But please do check it out, because as you can tell, I'm sure even through the screen, there's magic going on at the moment. Absolutely, the air is just magic.
I just wanted to touch you for 2 minutes to give you a healing. Is that possible? Okay.
Okay. Live healing on air. I accept. I say, even just our hug when you came in, it's just like...
I just want you to close your eyes.
We're still here. Smells lovely. I'm all better now. Thank you, Tarrifa.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Exotica. Welcome to Exotica.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Welcoming to the studio now, Josh Cluett from Marketing Marbella, which is exactly what it is, Marketing Marbella. You market Marbella.
That is what I do.
That is what you do, and you do it so well.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you back on the programme. First time, though, in the new set.
I know, I love it. As soon as I walked in, I was like, wow, it looks like I'm on Sky News.
Exactly, we're on Real News,
Yeah.
Real News on the Real Telly.
I love it.
So
It's so
Josh,
bright now.
since I was chatting with you on the set nearly a year ago.
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah.
You came over on a nomad visa.
Yep, still on
giving it a go for 2 years. You've just renewed,
Yep.
going for another 2 years. So how has it been, this first stint?
Like, this first stint, can you believe how fast 2 years goes?
No, I
for
can't
one?
actually.
It's insane, especially when you're on kind of like a visa situation. So you always have an ending, you know, so that maybe that's why it goes faster. But with this, the renewal went super easy, you know, I pay all my tax here. Obviously, they want to keep people who are spending money and paying taxes, so it's great initiative and great scheme to be able to do this. But Marketing Marbella has just exploded again. You know, from the beginning, I thought maybe, you know, I've reached out to all my friends. I've done the word of mouth thing, but now the word of mouth has just got bigger and bigger, and then it just turned crazy global for now. And
I'm really happy for you because I do see, and thankfully we do collaborate on things.
We do.
And recently, at the end of last year, you did a great job of promoting the Zero Hero, getting ready for all those winners of the lottery tickets, of the prizes.
Yeah.
And it's lovely that you're involved with that. But I do see that it is, when you find someone who's good at something, and that is pleasant to be around.
Yeah.
And also you take your business very seriously, because although you're a lot of fun and we always see you like bouncing around and filming, but your business side is very much a business focus.
Yeah, it's very structured. It's like, yeah, like you say, I'm super friendly with everyone. Like, too close with my clients. Everyone's like, oh, you're just friends with everyone. I say, no, like, we are, but maybe that's why, because I put boundaries in place. Like, we have contracts, we have our scope of works. Everything is, that's business side done, you know, we're both on the same page. That means we can have fun, you know, because it makes everything way easier, and everyone's clear on what's happening, and what the results speak for themselves. And that's why my clients are still here from day one, which is insane.
That is a testament really to excellence, that you're what they call the sell-through.
Yes.
That you continue to sell through.
Exactly.
And obviously, as you grow and more jobs and things to do, your infrastructure's going to grow. So keep an eye out on Josh if you're looking to make a mark in marketing.
Social media, content, web design, it's so vast, and like, you don't have to do everything. You could be a pro at meta ads, you know, and if you are, great, reach out. I always want to hear from people that
What's
feel like
your
they can
favourite
bring
aspect
something.
of all of it? Because you do cover everything, the web, designing, even graphic design type things. You get involved in all the different location recordings.
Maybe that's why everything is my favourite, because I don't just do one thing over and over and over again, you know? Like, if you did websites every single day, you're gonna be like, oh God, I'm bored of websites now. Like, maybe they all look the same. But because one day I'll do 2 content shoots, and then the next day I'll be editing a website, and then I'll be managing social media throughout the week anyway. So I'm editing the videos, I'm coming up with captions, and editing the photos, you know, like every day is like a new, inspiring, creative day. So.
On the social side, how have you integrated since you've been here? Because obviously work-wise you're flying.
Yes.
But have you found that the social aspect is what you expected, better than you expected?
I do the complete opposite of the Marbella lifestyle. You know, like, everyone promotes Marbella, but I see Marbella that's being promoted as more of a holidaying in Marbella. You know, you go to the nicest restaurants every night. You go out on yachts. You're doing all these like super fancy things, but in reality, that's not your day to day. Like, your day to day. I walk my dogs. We go on the beach, like having dinners at home. You know, but we have our close friends here. You know, and we have a lot of friends. So we're very lucky. But it's more, we're going for tapas in our local Spanish restaurants.
Just a normal life.
Normal life in Spain,
exactly.
Yeah. And it's very not super flashy. People live the super flashy life, and
you get to
good for
record
them,
that
and I love
frequently.
That. Yeah, exactly. And I love going there as a treat every now and then. But I'm a homebody. You know, I love being at home with family, with my dogs. So
well, exactly. If you can, why not?
Exactly.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. And you travel a lot as well.
I do travel.
I love the way that you make sure that you're always getting your little trips in.
And I make sure of this because I work every single day. No matter if I'm on holiday or not, if it's my birthday or not, Christmas Day, everything, you know? I love my job, and I don't see it as, oh, I've got to work today. I was like, I get to work today, you know, because my clients need me. And they trust me to do everything. So it's I don't know, that's why travel for me is super important anyway. So if it cut out travel, then I would really need to change some things, but it hasn't.
Also, it's good because it gives you continued inspiration, because you have to be so creative that if we don't get out and change our environment, it becomes a fishbowl for everybody.
Yeah, and people think like it will just come every single day. No, not every day you're creative, you know? You wake up, you're like, oh, it's raining outside, it's cloudy. I don't feel creative today, you know, but you got to do little things. Go outside, change the habit, go to the gym, then something will come.
You make a lot of contacts in the gym. I think people underestimate the well-being aspects of also going to get fit at a gym.
For sure, like Spain is big on fitness. You know?
It's become very big on fitness.
Very big on fitness, and like the gyms here are amazing. You know, you can go in there and it's not just a gym. You go to CrossFit, you go High Rocks, you got these crazy springing things that you can do in classes. I'm like, I've never tried it before because they look scary as, but it's more like there's so much you could do for a social aspect. You know, I love that.
Well, it's lovely to see how well you have settled in Marbella. Obviously, you're very well received. Everyone loves Josh.
Yeah,
thanks. Josh. If you haven't met him yet, don't worry, you will.
Exactly, and also reach out, you know, like I'm on social media all the time now. Like I've told myself 2026, get in front of the camera, like be more Nicole, like and less Josh just all the time, because people like to see me, you know,
do.
Like it's good to see the person who's managing everything.
It certainly is. Well, I've really been delighted to see you today on the show.
Thank you for inviting me again.
Que sean muchas veces. I look forward to seeing you more times on the program and to watching you continually growing and enjoying yourself, because that's the best part.
Thank you so much.
How much fun you have.
I know I do have a lot of fun. And we're going to have a lot of fun this year as well.
One of my new favourite places to go in Marbella, in the old town, is to La Fonda Heritage Hotel. It is so beautiful and it's so classical. It reminds you of Marbella from de toda la vida. And Cristina is in charge, basically, of making sure that everything runs smoothly. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
A very big responsibility and a very beautiful building. It's a very special building. Can you notice it when you're in it, the magic of the years?
Well, actually, you can. Well, first of all, I'm not the only one responsible. We have Carmen as the director, a general director. I'm the operational director.
That's the one I see, because you're always operating, making everything happen.
You know, just to be fair to him.
Yes, don't want to leave anyone out.
Exactly. But your question is perfect, because we have people staying. It's not only a restaurant, it's also a hotel, and we have people staying there and they say, oh my God, it's so peaceful. I don't know if it's because we have a church from the 16th century there and that is what gives the peace, but there is something going on that it's just like, I don't know, like alma.
Yeah, you can feel it. It's the history.
Yes.
And it's like, because I can walk into buildings and I notice an energy, and it can either be like, a bit scary if there's lots of years history, but the opposite in La Fonda, as you walk in, it's that mixture of modern and of ancient, because, as you say, the monastery is what, 15th century, is it?
The church is 16th century.
16th century.
Imagine from the 1500s, and now you're having dinner there.
I know.
In the middle there.
It's surreal.
It's like,
I even got to interview Agatha Ruiz de la Prada there.
Oh, yeah.
Very special. You have a nice
so
calibre
nice.
of guests at the hotel as well.
Yeah. But I think also this energy that you talk about, I think it's also because of the people that work there. We have an amazing team, and we have created this, like we say in Spanish, buen rollo, you know, like good vibes. And this also, I think the old building somehow like thanks us for that or something, and this is part of this energy that you were talking about. So yeah, and it is modern because we opened like 3 years and a half more or less ago. So everything was redone, rebuilt. Of course, not the part of the church that it was just like brought back to life.
Well, it is lovely. You have the restaurant, you have your tapas bar, you've got the beautiful roof terraces, you host events, you have the lovely Debbie Wingham's Crumbs little coffee shop there, which is awesome. And you've joined in as one of the very first members of this new initiative by the Marbella Town Hall that we spoke about on the programme, launching that there's now to promote the Old Town, to promote the, I think, the historic value also of the Old Town, to make sure that we go to places that really are emblematic of the city. And it's lovely to see that the Fonda's one of the very first on board with that.
Yeah, it's called Saboreando Marbella. Saboreando is tasting.
Tasting Marbella.
Tasting. And what it does, it recognizes the effort that some of us, especially in Old Town, make to have products that are local, the way of cooking that is very Spanish, some are more modern, some, you know, but we pride ourselves on that. That the products are from the region, you know, the things that we cook. You mentioned La Bodega that is in the plaza, it's homemade Spanish typical food from ages. So yes, you can have una croqueta everywhere, but una croqueta that is
traditional,
handmade,
yeah.
It's very scarce because it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. But of course, you taste that thing and then you can see the difference. So this is what Saboreando has recognized, and we are very happy and proud to belong to this initiative.
And I think a testament to what you're saying about the quality of the produce, locally sourced, everything freshly made, is what has given you a Michelin star. That is really, really cool.
Yeah, because it's actually a Michelin key, which is even better because it's for the whole hotel.
Okay.
And restaurant, everything included. And
so the whole thing is not just the restaurant.
Yeah, it's for the whole thing.
As a whole, you are just Michelin worthy.
We're Michelin
royalty. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, it's for the whole thing, and which is what we wanted. Because if you get a Michelin star, then it's just the restaurant, and it has to be this type of restaurant. We didn't want to do that. So we went for the Michelin key, which, by the way, only 5 hotels in the whole province of Malaga has it.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah, because we're a baby, and you know, it's like to get it is like, okay, so it was hard work, it was good intentions, it was, you know, when you get it back like this, it's amazing. And the clients that we get, they come back. We have a lot of repetitive clients, and this for us is the best sign, because you can attract people, you know, but if then nobody comes back, then you're doing something wrong.
Well, I have to say, I have friends who have been coming to visit into Marbella. They've stayed at the Fonda. They've gone back to stay at the Fonda. Every time I've been there, I have a lovely time. I mean, your Christmas celebrations.
Oh, wow.
You do lovely events. They're really nice get-togethers, very thoughtful events, always a little bit different, just something a little bit special.
Yeah, because we are small, so and we are a relais chateau. Let's not forget about that. And relais chateau is all about, some people don't understand it or they don't know it. They think that is something like, no. The idea of relais chateau is that our guests have to feel at home. Simple, but not so simple. So yeah, we have to try to keep on this line of homey. And this means that if you have an idea, you want to do something, come and tell us. It's like, you know, I have a gathering with my friends and I want to have this dinner, but I want something special, and we do it. And that's what people come out always really being really, really happy. And that to us, it's important. And this is what makes our ratings really high. Like you mentioned Debbie. Well, we're now creating, we have an afternoon tea, but we're going to do it like with the Bridgertons, you know, so we want to have a high tea related to the Bridgertons, and because tea is such a British thing that is not Spanish. Everything that we do is Spanish, but we cannot have a Spanish high tea, it's just, no. So we're going to have a very classical high tea English, but like I said, we're going to have a sneak in, you know, like a little thin brioche with some chorizo in there.
Something like, Spanish.
There's like a little sneak in that went in there. And this is going to be, it's already working, only under reservation, but you can reserve the previous day, you know. And a lot of people don't think about meeting their friends for tea.
Oh, I think that we do. It's just finding the right place to go.
But this is the right place.
So now we know.
Because it's like, come with a few friends. We had people celebrating their birthdays at tea time. And it was wonderful. It was really marvelous because the theater we have is really nice. It's really cool. So then you don't have to meet for lunch or for dinner. They met for tea and gatherings of girlfriends. Also, we've got all these things that are really they really worked.
Well, and congratulations, because you say you're still very relatively new, but taking the town by storm. La Fonda Heritage is the place to be seen, and obviously things to taste. Cristina, thank you so much. And not a threat, but I'll be popping by to visit you at the hotel very soon.
I hope so, and thank you very much for the invite.
My pleasure.
You know that La Fonda is your house. Anyway, your home.
Thank you. Yes, it's a home, not just a house. And thank you all for joining us for another week to find out what's going on in our fabulous city. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella YouTube channel, links from their website, rtvmarbella.tv. You can also go to my website, nicoleking.es, for links to the programme, my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News, our Zero Hero website with an ever-increasing list of venues that welcome the designated driver. And take care of yourselves. See you again next week. Bye for now.